Financialytics, where mind meets money. You don't earn according to your potential, you earn according to your identity. The invisible script running your financial life was written long before you had a say. The way you see money, success, and even your own worth, you didn't choose it, you inherited it. That childhood programming becomes your financial thermostat. No matter how hard you work, how much you hustle, or how big you dream, your life keeps snapping back to what your subconscious believes you're allowed to have. Because identity always wins. And until you upgrade that identity, your income will rise, then fall, expand, then shrink, just to match the story you've been carrying all along. The moment you change the story, your results change with it. A financial identity is the inner portrait you carry of money and of the role you believe you play in the world of earning, keeping, and growing it. It's the silent definition of who you think you are financially, long before numbers ever show up in your bank account. Some people live as the struggler, always bracing for the next crisis, wired to survive, but never rise. Others become the saver, steady, careful, proud of being responsible, but often afraid to expand beyond safety. And a few step into the creator, seeing money not as something to fear or chase, but as a neutral tool for building options, freedom, and impact. Your identity becomes a thermostat. If life drifts too far above your internal setting, you'll sabotage or shrink to return to normal. If it falls too low, you'll fight your way back until it matches the level you unconsciously believe is yours. That's why lottery winners lose fortunes they weren't psychologically calibrated for, and why disciplined savers rebuild even after everything collapses. It's not luck, it's not chance, it's identity regulation. The subconscious keeping your financial life aligned with the story you believe. Between birth and adolescence, your identity is shaped in the background, not by what you learn, but by what you absorb. Your environment programs you through repetition, tone, and emotional patterns. If you constantly heard, "We can't afford that," your subconscious didn't just record words, it formed an emotional link between money and limitation, teaching you to expect scarcity before you even understood the concept. If you grew up watching wealth being used to control, manipulate, or create conflict, your mind quietly paired money with guilt, shame, or danger, making financial growth feel emotionally unsafe, no matter how badly you want it today. But if you experience money as something tied to joy, freedom, options, or generosity, even in small moments, your subconscious labeled wealth as safe, expansive, and empowering. The truth is, we don't inherit bank accounts. We inherit the emotional atmosphere around money. We don't copy numbers, we copy feelings, body reactions, and the energy that surrounded financial moments. And whatever emotion dominated your early environment became the blueprint for how your adult self approaches earning, spending, saving, and what you believe you're allowed to receive. The good news: identity isn't permanent. It's programmable, it's flexible, and it responds to repetition, choice, and emotion far more than logic. Step 1. Observe your patterns. Before you can change anything, you have to see it. Look at the way you spend, save, delay, avoid, or overgive. No judgment, no shame. These habits aren't good or bad. They're simply reflections of who you currently believe you are financially. Patterns are clues, not flaws. Step 2. Decide your new financial identity. Identity doesn't shift by accident. It shifts by declaration. Say it out loud until it feels familiar. I'm someone who creates opportunities. I'm someone who makes money work for me. I'm someone who handles money with confidence and clarity. Your subconscious listens to repeated statements, and eventually, it stops arguing with them. Step 3. Reinforce with evidence. Act like the identity you want, even in the smallest ways. Opening a financial statement you've been avoiding, saving a little more than usual, making a thoughtful spending decision, or asking a question you'd normally stay silent about. Small actions are powerful because your brain reads them as proof. At first, it may feel awkward, even fake, but that's how identity shifts begin. Every consistent action strengthens the new blueprint. Eventually, your brain stops seeing the new identity as a stretch and starts seeing it as truth. And once your identity shifts inward, Your results shift automatically outward. Your income will always rise or fall to match your self-image. Because no matter how hard you work, your identity quietly sets the ceiling and floor of your wealth. It decides what you tolerate, what you chase, and what you subconsciously push away. When your self-image grows, your financial world expands with it. When it's limited, your opportunities shrink to match. In the next episode, we'll explore the self-worth, net worth connection and how the value you feel internally becomes the value you allow externally. Subscribe now and start rebuilding your identity from the inside out. Your wealth will rise to meet the person you become.